Good morning from Jamaica Beach, Texas, on the west end of sunny Galveston Island. I've had a few questions about my grow light setup, so I thought I'd show everyone the system that I have in place. Now, it all starts with this Home Depot metal rack. The manufacturer is HDX. It's a chrome-plated rack, and I chose the 6-foot tall version. It is 72 inches tall. It is 48 inches wide, so 4 feet wide, and it is 18 inches deep. That is the size that fit best in my space. Now, I purchased the 6-shelf rack, but it turned out I only had room for 5 of the shelves when I factored in the grow lights. So keep that in mind, and you have to think about how much space your lights are going to take up and if you'll have enough room for the plants underneath, and that'll determine how many shelves you need. Now, the first LED light that I purchased was also from Home Depot. You can see I have 4 bulbs hanging from this rack, 4 light fixtures. Each of them is a 2-bulb fixture. These are 19-watt full spectrum lights. The manufacturer of these is Feit, so it's F-E-I-T. Now I do like the way these lights have worked out for me. I especially like the fact that each one has its own on-off switch. So it really makes it easy to control exactly how much light you have. Now, 4 lights means 4 power cables, and so it's a bit of a jumble of cables that you have to manage, but it's not that big a deal. Now, I checked the price recently. It was about $43 per light, so the price has gone up quite a bit. I bought these online, if I'm not mistaken, in 4-packs. Definitely were 2-packs, but maybe even 4-packs. And now I noticed that there is also a 4-bulb version, which would cover half of this rack. So if I were buying these Feit lights again, I would go with 2 of the 4-bulb versions, and I would have half the amount of cables to manage, but the same amount of light. So now the next light that I have is a Spider Farmer. The model here is SF600. Now, I checked the price on those yesterday as well, and you can get them directly from Spider Farmer for $99 and even cheaper from some grow light suppliers. So the price of the Spider Farmer is cheaper. It's a single light fixture, which is really convenient, and you can see it throws out a whole lot of light. So I had about the same amount of success with plants on both options. So, given my experience, I would go with 4 of the Spider Farmers for a rack like this. Now, another important thing you're going to most likely need to get, now I'm in zone 9B, but I still use a heat mat in the spring to get my tomatoes and melons and peppers off to an early start. Now, my heat mat is by Hydrofarm, and the product is Jumpstart Seedling Heat Mat. I got this at Greenhouse Megastore, if I'm not mistaken. I will put links to everything in the description, so be sure to check that out. So a heat mat's important. And one other thing to be aware of is you'll need a timer. Now, these are cheap. They're available widely. I'm pretty sure I got this at Home Depot. It's very easy to set up, and I give my seedlings, I think 16 hours of light in the spring whenever I'm getting them started. This particular one has a couple of plugs. Now, I do have my heat mats plugged into their own outlet, and they're not on the timer because I want to run the heat mats 24 hours a day, even if I'm only doing 16 hours of light. So this setup has worked really well for me. And one other thing that I recommend is get organized with your cords and your power cables. So I hung my power strips here on this column. I've got the lights plugged into the one on the left, and then I've got the heat mats plugged into the one on the right. So it makes it really easy to control both the light and the heat mats. So that's the setup of my grow lights here in Jamaica Beach, Texas. I hope you found this useful. Be sure to like the video, and if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. Do appreciate you watching, and have a fantastic day.